I'm going to show you how to make a classic granny square just like this with no color changes. Before you get started on this tutorial, you'll want to make sure that you're comfortable holding your hook and yarn, and you'll also want to know how to chain and make a double crochet. Once you've mastered those skills, you can totally make a granny square. And if you don't know how to do any of those things yet, no worries. I have tutorials walking you through each step of the way. I will have them linked under this video. Watch those, get comfortable with those skills, and come back here when you're ready. I'll be using Loops and Threads Soft Classic today. It's a number 4 medium weight yarn, and the label suggests a 5.5mm hook, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and grab. You'll also want a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. We're going to start with a magic loop. Hold your tail in your hand and wrap your yarn around your index finger and make an X. Insert your hook into the ring on your finger and draw up a loop. We're going to chain 5. This chain 5 is going to count as a double crochet plus a chain 2. We're going to get started by making 3 double crochets into our magic ring. So there's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. We're going to chain 2 and place 3 more double crochets into our magic ring. If you're having a hard time with crocheting and keeping your finger in the ring, you can go ahead and pull it out. Just make sure that as you crochet into your ring, you're also crocheting over that tail. So we're going to make 3 more double crochets into our ring. Chain 2, and we're going to make 3 more double crochets into our ring. Chain 2, and now we're going to make just 2 more double crochets into our magic ring. So here's 1, and here's 2. The starting chain 5 is counting as a double crochet and a chain 2, so we can go ahead and pull our magic ring tail, and it'll put our last 2 stitches against that chain to finish up that side. We're going to join the round by slip stitching into the 3rd chain of our starting chain 5. You can use your yarn needle to help you find those chains. This doesn't have to be perfect, but just count up so there's 1, 2, and 3. So go into that 3rd chain. So insert your hook into that 3rd chain, just like so. You're going to draw up a loop and then slip stitch. We're now going to slip stitch into that chain space. This concludes round 1, and we're ready to begin round 2. We're going to start round 2 with a chain 5. This chain 5 is going to count as a double crochet plus a chain 2. We're going to start this corner and finish it at the end of the round. So into that chain space, we're going to make 3 double crochets. So there's 1, Here's 2, and here's 3. So this is our first corner, and as you can see, we've started it and we're going to finish it at the end of the round. We're going to find the next chain space and we're going to start our next corner. We're going to make 3 double crochets, followed by a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets into that same chain space. Into the next chain space, we're going to do the same thing. So we're at a corner, we're making 3 double crochets, followed by a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. All right, we're going to go into our next corner and we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to make 3 double crochets, followed by a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. We're now back around to our first corner again, and we're going to end that first corner by simply making 2 double crochets. So there's 1, and there's 2. And this concludes round 2. We're now going to find that third chain of our starting chain 5, and we're going to slip stitch into that third chain, and then we're going to slip stitch into that corner chain 2 space. This is what your work should look like. And we're now ready to start round 3. So once again, we're going to start with a chain 5, and I think you've guessed it, that's going to count as a double crochet plus a chain 2. We're going to make 3 double crochets into the same chain space. And just like the previous round, we've started this corner and we're going to end it at the end of the round. So the next space is our next cluster space, and we're simply going to make 3 double crochets. 3 double crochets is going to be called a cluster stitch. All right, our next space is a corner. And in all of our corners, we're doing 3 double crochet, and then we're going to do a chain 2, and 3 more double crochet into that same corner space. The next space is a cluster space, so we're simply going to do a cluster stitch, which is just 3 double crochets. Our next space is a corner, and again, we're going to do 3 double crochets, followed by a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. Our next space is another cluster space, so we're going to do a cluster stitch, which is just 3 double crochets. The next space is another corner, so once again we're doing 3 double crochets, followed by a chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Our next space is another cluster space, so we're doing another cluster stitch, which once again is 3 double crochets. We're now back around to the first corner again, so we're going to end by placing 2 double crochets into that first corner. We're going to end this round by slip stitching into the third chain of the starting chain 5. And then we're going to slip stitch into that corner space. This concludes round 3, and we're ready to work on round 4. Once again, we're starting with that chain 5. We're going to make 3 double crochets into that same chain space. So once again, we're starting that first corner and we're going to end it at the end of the round. Going into the next cluster space, we're going to make a cluster stitch. So we're placing 3 double crochets into that cluster space. The next space is another cluster space, so we're doing another cluster stitch. Our next space is a corner, and so once again we're doing 3 double crochets, followed by a chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Our next space is another cluster space, so we're going to do a cluster stitch. We're coming up to another cluster space, so we're doing another cluster stitch. And our next space is another corner again. And we're simply going to keep working in this same fashion until we get to the end of the round. All right, we've reached back around to the first corner again, and we're going to end this round by placing 2 double crochets into that first corner. Again, we're going to slip stitch into the third chain of our starting chain 5, and then we'll slip stitch into the corner chain space. And that's all you do. You'll keep repeating this process for however many rounds you want to make this. When you're ready, you can cut your yarn and fasten off. Now we can go ahead and weave in our ends. So grab your yarn needle and thread it with your magic ring tail. And to make sure that this is nice and weaved in, I like to give my tail a nice tug, and then I like to just weave it in, going around the magic ring a few full times. At least one full time, maybe two. And then I like to work my way in the opposite direction. And I think that looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and clip my tail. Now let's go ahead and weave in our other tail. So thread it with the yarn needle, or thread it into the yarn needle. And I want to weave in my tail right here. So I'm just going to work my way to that spot. And then I am just going to weave it back and forth along this corner. And I just go back and forth in that same spot. And I catch different strands each time, and I even split my yarn. I try to get my tail as tangled in here as possible. And I think that looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and clip that tail. And there you have it, a one color granny square. I really hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and would like to, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!